In the vast world of the open road, finding a place to rest as a truck driver when you're exhausted can be a challenge. Sometimes, you have limited options. You might pull over on the side of the road if there's room, or if luck is on your side, you'll discover a truck stop with enough open spaces to park and catch a few hours of sleep. Then there's the not-so-appealing option of parking in the back of a public lawn, a common choice among truckers, often near big stores like Walmart. However, common doesn't always mean safe. One of my least favorite nights on the road occurred when I was picking up a large shipment from a department store located in the same plaza as a Walmart. This brought me close to Eagle Pass, Texas, right on the border between Texas and Mexico. Since the pickup was scheduled for the early morning, I decided to sleep in the back of the Walmart parking lot. The only positive aspect was that I could grab some food from inside the store. However, my decision soon turned into regret. As I walked back to my truck, I noticed two guys coming from behind the passenger side, acting suspiciously close to my vehicle. I asked if they needed help or why they were standing so close, but they just snickered, ignoring my questions. Choosing to avoid conflict, I returned to my truck, ready to eat and watch a show on my phone. About an hour passed, and as the sun set, I began feeling the tiredness of a long day on the road. I prepared to lay down, ensuring both doors were locked. I pulled the curtain across the cab's driving section before drifting off to sleep. After a few hours, a loud noise woke me up. It seemed to come from the back of my truck. I sat up, wondering what was going on. Suddenly, I heard the sound of glass shattering. Looking down, I saw the passenger side door unlock, and one of the guys I had seen earlier rushed in. I instinctively put my hands up to shield my face as a metal bar, later identified as a crowbar from my truck, struck my arms, sending shockwaves through my body. I fell backward, swiftly pulled out of the truck, and thrown onto the cold parking lot. As I looked up, struggling to adjust to the streetlights, the two assailants stood over me, repeatedly hitting me with the metal bar. When they finished, they searched through my pockets. Trying to protect my keys, I rolled to my side, but they resumed their assault until I blacked out. I couldn't determine how long I was unconscious, but upon waking, I realized I wasn't on gravel anymore. In the darkness, I felt around and realized I was in the back of my truck with the shipment. Breathing was painful, as if my lungs were being stabbed with every breath. The truck started moving, and despite the agony, I knew I had to prepare for anything. I hesitated to move initially due to the pain engulfing my body. As the truck gradually came to a stop, I sensed the two guys had stolen my truck with me inside. Despite the pain, I knew I needed to be ready for whatever awaited me. Slowly, I sat up and then got onto my knees, crawling toward the back of the truck and the door. I didn't have a plan. I just knew I had to get as far away as possible once they opened the door. Time passed, and there was no movement. After what felt like an eternity, I heard the sound of both the driver and passenger side doors opening and closing. Bracing myself, I heard the lock at the bottom of the door unlocking as it slid open, but I was blinded by two flashlights pointed directly at me. Unexpectedly, I heard something I didn't anticipate. It turned out that the two men who had attacked me were driving so recklessly that they got themselves pulled over. Now, I was facing two uniformed officers who assured me that an ambulance was on the way and that I would be okay. When everything settled, I learned that the attackers had connections to a group in Mexico. Authorities believed they were attempting to cross the border with the shipment to sell both the truck and its contents. The outcome could have been much worse had the truck successfully crossed the border. It's a chilling thought, but I am grateful to be alive today.